Hi there, I'm Blackbright, and so I bid you good morning, good afternoon and good night. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Brexit because in the UK it's the big thing now, and a lot of people are like, what is it all this Brexit about? Is it something we need to be worried about or what? Well, the short and simple is, there's always a lot of hype. The politicians trying to create all this furor and nobody knows what the outcome is. It's very clear that Theresa May, it doesn't really care whether she has a deal or she doesn't have a deal. It does mean that there's going to be some inconvenience if there's no deal in the short run, but in the long term, it might be a good idea. Who's to know? We don't know what's going to happen. In the meantime, they're talking about the currency is going to go down and there's going to be all these queues and we're not going to be able to get food and all of this stuff. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's 2 months away. And the thing is that if there's no deal, there's no transition period from what I understand. No deal means that the Northern Ireland and the Irish Republic are going to be separated by a hard border. So it's going to be very difficult to negotiate trade and to do business as not usual. It also means that while Britain has not put any limitations on the Eastern Europeans who are in the UK, the Europeans are or may be putting restrictions or putting things in place for those for Brits who are occupying the EU. There's a lot of stuff going on, and to be honest, you're best just to wait and see. Because from what I understand and listening to Theresa May talks, despite the whole of the, the majority of the House not wanting her to go ahead with a no deal, she is going to go ahead regardless. She's a tough lass. She's a tough cookie. Remember, she's born under the same birth sign as Margaret Thatcher. She's a Libra. It's the iron fist in the velvet glove. So she's not going to stop just because they are saying she should stop. Her argument is the public ruled for Brexit. And that is what she's going to deliver. It doesn't really matter that the public ruled for Brexit under false information. It doesn't matter that they voted for Brexit because information was missing. She's not taking that into account. And a lot of people, they voted Brexit because of the immigration. And why did they vote Brexit because of the immigration? Because Nigel Farage had this big poster showing all these Syrians escaping from Syria because there was this war going on or something. Made it look like all those immigrants were coming into the UK, frightened the majority of the UK because they're thinking, oh my God, we're going to be invaded. So they voted Brexit on that basis alone. Only afterwards, after the votes had been counted and blah, 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 did they reveal that that poster was used for some promotion in Syria for Syrian refugees. So those people, and also they made a promise that they were going to give the NHS billions of pounds. But after that, we find out, oh no, that's not the case. We just said that. So the NHS might be privatised. So when people voted Brexit, it was based on lies. I'm not sure if they asked for people to vote again, whether they would vote for Brexit. I'm pretty sure the majority wouldn't. I mean, even rich people are worried because they don't want to lose their money. They don't want to lose their investment. And what's going to happen is if there's no deal, interest prices are very, very likely to rise. House prices are very likely to fall. There will be a recession. There will be unemployment. And so England is going to the dogs. They've lost their bargaining power, all their what do you call it, all their investments, all their big companies, they've sold them all off. So I don't understand why they're so arrogant to believe that, you know, they're in a position to bargain. They're not in a position to bargain, and that is what they're worried about. Well, the majority of politicians, they're worried about that. I don't really care what Labour's Brexit plan is. I don't really care what the Republicans' Brexit plan is. You know, regardless of what their plan is, we know from historical information and from experience that they're never as good as their word. The majority of us are going to be lumped in the shit, and we're going to have to swim in it. We won't have a choice. So I hope this makes sense. You know, you're going to hear a lot of other Brexit people who will talk to you in very highfalutin language. They'll probably use long words. They'll probably use all the jargon and make them sound important and relevant. And yeah, this is just for the layperson who just wants a quick rundown on what it means and what's going to happen to us if, well, not even if, when we leave the EU. Okay, I hope that's okay. My voice is a bit deep because I've got a sore throat. I shouldn't really be talking, but I thought I'd get this one out. That's all for now. Bye bye.